Hey there, this is Joker, and welcome back to another video. Um, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is reaching the end of its life cycle, so I thought I would just give my thoughts on the game and how it was throughout the entire year. Just as like the beta review of the game, just like the Black Ops 6 beta, and the Modern Warfare 2 like year review. I've got notes on my phone, and I'm basically just giving my non-scripted opinion on what I thought of the game. So to get things out of the way, I gotta talk about the campaign. Well, you've probably heard my opinion if you have watched my playthrough of the campaign. I did not like the way it ended, and in general, it's just to say that this campaign this year was awful. It was not good at all. I thought it's probably one of the worst COD campaigns I've ever played. And that's saying something because I've played the Ghost campaign and I've played the Vanguard campaign. Ghost, actually, now that I think about it, back to it, Ghost isn't actually too bad. Vanguard's just kind of boring, but Modern Warfare 3's campaign is just terrible. The story in it is just a rehash of Modern Warfare 2's, but worse. The characters are the same, but worse, except for the introduction of Makarov, but again, it's Makarov, but worse. The gameplay for it is so, like, bottom of the barrel, just basic shit, rehashed all over again. There is not a single memorable mission in Modern Warfare 3 compared to Modern Warfare 2. I gave an example of it, like, in Modern Warfare 2, there was that, I forgot what the mission was called, but, you were, like, in the back of a helicopter, like, defending Captain Price and Farah from, like, all of, Al-Qatala's, Hassan's people, and then you get shot out of the helicopter by an RPG, and so then you're hanging upside down by the rope of the helicopter. I remember the name of the mission, it's called Violence and Timing, and then you got into the cars, and then you started trying to get to the front of the convoy and everything. That was, like, one of my favorite missions from Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 3, there's nothing like that at all, unless you count the final mission where, spoiler alert, Soap dies. But at this point, I'm pretty certain everyone knows that he dies at the end of this campaign, and the way they do it is fucking terrible. But I'd say the only mission I did enjoy in Modern Warfare 3, which goes on to my next part, is the open combat missions, was a open combat mission called High Rise, where you basically are at the bottom of a building and then you've got to fight your way to the top of the building to secure Nolan, one of Makarov's right-hand men, basically. But speaking of that, so straight to open combat missions. Open combat was supposed to be their idea of making it a bit more open world and being like, you can tackle these objectives however you want. Yeah, that wasn't the case. It was basically the same thing. It's just like, go to point A, go to point B, go to point C, then get to this point, mission complete. Or you could go to point B first, then point A, then point C. So that was the creative freedom they really had, and it was, you know, lazy, to say the least. And you could choose your loadout as well, which was, you know, that's kind of neat, but, I mean, you could do that in Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 2 is a far better campaign than Modern Warfare 3. But there was more to do in the Black Ops 2 campaign compared to Modern Warfare 3's open combat missions. They were just boring. You were basically just playing a Spec Ops map, but, you know, without the multiplayer portion to it. Except worse. As people have also pointed out, basically those open combat missions were just parts of the Warzone map, but just cut down and turned into a small, tiny arena. And that's exactly what it was. It was just the Warzone map, just cut into tiny little arenas, and it just made the gameplay experience far worse. And yeah, I did not like the open combat missions, except for just the one open combat mission, that being High Rise. Anyways, I've already said my thing about it. The ending was awful. Leaving us on a cliffhanger like that was terrible. Honestly, the way the game ended, it felt like a halfway point to the campaign. But no, they just ended it abruptly like that, making the campaign 4 hours long! That is so goddamn short compared to all the other Call of Duty campaigns we've got. Granted, Infinite Warfare is probably that short as well, but there was actually other missions you could tackle before the main missions. But 4 hours for $110, this is 110 AUD by the way, for $110, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So, that's the next question to ask. Am I excited for Modern Warfare 4? At this stage, no. I was keen with like Modern Warfare 2019. I liked the way they started Modern Warfare 2019, and then Modern Warfare 2's campaign was very basic, but the missions were fun, and I still enjoyed my time with it. And there were some unique missions like Alone, where you basically had literally nothing on hand, and you had to find resources around like certain areas and craft like little things like little traps or smoke grenades to get away from people, or shivs to take people out, because you were useless unless you were crafting those items. But yeah, at this point I am not really keen for Modern Warfare 4, if there's going to be a Modern Warfare 4, but I'm pretty certain there will be, because they can't just end Modern Warfare 3 like that and not be like, oh yeah, we're cancelling the Modern Warfare storyline, it's over. Like, just leaving us on a cliffhanger like that. And then again, about that ending, Soap's death was done better in the original Modern Warfare 3 back in 2011. That actually was pretty impactful to most, like, fans of the franchise and, you know, fans of Soap and Captain Price and all that. This one, there's barely any emotion at all. Like, it is pitiful in comparison to the original. But again, sorry, rambling too much again. Yes, so am I excited for Modern Warfare 4 at the state? No, I'm not. If they're going to keep doing open combat missions, forget about it. I don't like those. They're just boring. They weren't fleshed out that well. They seemed like a last-ditch effort to make the game bigger. Anyways, what's next? Oh dear, it's zombies. I saved the best for last, being the multiplayer, so we'll get to that eventually, but zombies is awful as well. At first, when I started playing zombies, I actually kind of enjoyed it, but looking back at it, I'm just like wondering to myself, what the hell was I thinking? This is awful, this is not the type of zombies we wanted, and what's even worse is that this was developed by Treyarch themselves. Like, what? Probably like a small, like, C team of Treyarch. But basically, the zombies in this mode, in Modern Warfare 3, is basically DMZ from Modern Warfare 2, but worse. That's it. That's all it is. Is there, like, friendly, is there, like, you know, different squads that you can, like, you know, gang up on, like, other players? No. That's been completely removed. Can you still, like, team up with other players? Of course you can. Are there, like, are there still contracts? Yes. Is it round-based? Nope. And this is the worst thing that they could have done. There's a fucking time limit on this. You have an hour to play in the map, get what you want, like, you know, upgrade your guns, maybe complete contracts, then you exfil, and that's it. It's just the same as the DMZ mode, but as I've said, it just feels worse. It's repetitive, it is super boring. When I did play it at launch and tried to play it a little bit later on, it was fucking broken. It didn't work properly. There was a glitch that I was having where I had a gun in particular that I wanted to use because I was like, you know what, at the time I did enjoy the zombies mode and I wanted to go for the mastery camo. And it turns out I cannot, like, go into the mode because I put a fucking charm on my gun. Like, what? How was that a glitch? Like, I don't know how that was a glitch, but I think that's been sorted out. But also, the game crashed quite a fair bit as well when the game first came out, and, you know, you get all, you know, the top tier stuff, you know, tier 3 backpack, tier 3 armor, your guns are fully pack-a-punch and whatnot, and as you're about to exfil, game crashes. And guess what that means? If you die, and you're not revived, if you don't make it to an exfil point, and if you crash, you lose everything you earned. And you know what? That is fucking annoying. That is rage-inducing, because you've been playing the mode for so long, only for it to be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm crashing here, and you get literally nothing from it. Also, the other thing too is that I was going to say that nobody's playing it, but it honestly feels like that at this point. I mean, it took like a minute to search up, which I know doesn't sound too bad, but it was still searching for pings at 200 milliseconds, and the netcode on the mode is terrible because nobody wants to play this garbage. Anyways, did I give a rating on the campaign? I forgot to give a rating on the campaign. My bad. Quickly say that. The campaign is a 4 out of 10 for me. It was just bad. And the ending was not deserved. It was just crap. Zombies is a 3 out of 10. I do not give a shit about the story. The gameplay is boring and repetitive. The time limit is a joke. Like, seriously, why? I just hate the zombies mode. It is just awful. Like, this footage here, I could not even stomach, like, playing this mode. I was like, oh, do I want to get footage of zombies or not? Or do I just say, oh, I did not record any footage of zombies because I don't want to play the damn thing? Well, here you go. I played the zombies mode just for your viewing eyes. You're welcome. I know it's not the best zombies gameplay because I couldn't stomach 13 minutes of this bullshit because that's how long it took me to play this mode. Anyways, 3 out of 10, garbage. Up next. Finally, the redeeming quality to Modern Warfare 3, and it's its multiplayer, and Warzone, but I'm not discussing Warzone because I don't count that as a part of Modern Warfare 3, because that's a completely separate game. Multiplayer. Multiplayer this year was actually pretty good. I'll give them that. They actually did a pretty good job with, like, listening to feedback and support and everything, but, like, when I first played the game, I did not like the multiplayer, at all, but I know the reason why I didn't like the multiplayer at all. It's the aim assist, and the aim assist is too fucking broken at the moment. Yeah, they need to, chill out with the aim assist. It's too strong. Thankfully, it seems like Black Ops 6 has toned down, like, the strength of the aim assist, which is a good thing, but over the things we need to go about. The maps at launch were just rehashes from the original Modern Warfare 2 back from 2009, which makes me believe even more that this was supposed to be an expansion to Modern Warfare 2 2022. Movement has been increased, like the movement speed has been increased gradually compared to Modern Warfare 2, where people complained that it was too slow and there was campers all over the place. Bruh, I've played throughout the entire year of Modern Warfare 3 and there was just as many campers in this game than there were in the previous game. But yeah, the movement, I will say, it does feel pretty good. I mean, slide cancelling is pretty fine enough, I guess, and I'll just quickly go into the skill-based matchmaking was terrible. Like, so many sweaty lobbies and everything. Surprisingly, these matches I recorded of multiplayer were actually kind of chill, except for maybe the first one with some people's quick scoping and, their max rank, and then just quick scoping because I think they're trying to complete the Modern Warfare 3 Rewind event, and I'll discuss that a little bit later. Perks were gear in this game, so basically you would pick, like, your gloves, your shoes, and your vest, and it was interesting to say the least. I think they should have just gone with a classic perk system. I can't really go too much into detail about that. I'd say it was alright. I mean, I guess it kind of gave a bit more creative freedom to what you wanted to have. There was pros and cons to each gear piece. So, like, you could have ghosts, but you couldn't have, like, grenades or field upgrade or anything like that. They tried to balance it out, and I'd say they did a fairly decent job with it. Like, quick fix doesn't feel too overpowered. I will quickly discuss this, even though I did not put it in my notes. The time to kill, I did not like it at first. It was just too slow for me. But, eventually, as I kept playing the game and kept playing through the seasons, started getting used to it. And especially when I actually re-enabled the aim assist in this game, that's when I started to actually have fun in this multiplayer. So I quickly mentioned that. I will say the netcode for multiplayer is kind of bad. Like, you would have, like, a fair few matches where your ping's, like, relatively good, but then the next match you play, it's, like, 140 milliseconds of ping, and, some people lag around a bit. It takes a little bit longer for the game to register. Oh, you killed that person. It takes a little bit longer for the game to register. Oh, that person killed you, and it's just lame. Not to mention the I suppose there were hackers or something like that that were DDoSing the game, so you'd be in the middle of a match and then it would just stop and freeze completely. You could move around, but you know, no one is playing. Everyone's frozen in time, and yeah, that was terrible. And thankfully, when I was recording this footage of multiplayer, I did not run into anything like that. But I only played like 5 quick matches in the small map mosh pit because I was like, well, that's the only like mode I played in the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3. So apologies if you wanted to see, you know, some bigger maps and some of the newer maps, but yeah, that's all I really played in Modern Warfare 3. Map voting is back, which is a good thing. Like, I'm glad that they brought that back, but you know, of course, some people will be like, oh, you know, we've got between Rust and Shipment, everyone votes Shipment, and you know, no, that's the more popular map for camos and stuff. We'll go into modes quickly. So it was Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, Domination, Search and Destroy, no, that was actually out later. You know, just like, you know, the basic bare bones, you know, standard Call of Duty like multiplayer modes, and then they added some new modes. They brought back War from COD World War II, which is pretty cool, but unfortunately not many people play it when I'm trying to find a match of it. Ground War is back from Modern Warfare 2. I played it like a couple times in the beta, and it was like laggy there, so no one was really playing it that much there. So I didn't play it much this year here either. I didn't really play many of the modes they introduced. So they introduced Escort, which was basically Safeguard from Black Ops 3 and 4. So you're escorting a robot to a location. You know, you win the round if you get it to the location, and that's what you wrote. They brought back Capture the Flag, which was pretty cool, and they, you know, I played a tiny bit of it with the other like event mode that they added, and I'll actually jump straight to that as well. So they actually had a lot of modes that were tied to events, which I think is pretty cool. So they had Horde Point, which was basically hard point, but zombies would spawn around the hard point as well, and you would get points from killing the zombies and for killing players and for securing the hard point. And sometimes zombies would actually drop the power-ups from the zombies mode, so you could get insta-kill, nuke, max ammo. Sometimes they would drop a ray gun. Sometimes they would drop a pack-a-punch gun, and you could use them against the zombies, and it would kill the zombies much more quickly, and it would kill like players much more quickly. So I thought that's pretty cool. The mode that I did actually play the most when they introduced it, because I was actually kind of keen on it, was Paintball. And it was Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch, Domination. Basically, it was hardcore, but you had your HUD and you were shooting paintballs instead of bullets. But I actually, that was my favorite mode to play for the time being when they introduced it. And yeah, I still stand by that. I really enjoyed that mode. Anyways, what's next? Operators. There's a lot of operators in this iteration of Call of Duty. A lot of them returning from Modern Warfare 2 thanks to the carry forward system. And if anyone doesn't know what the carry forward system is, basically every single operator, every single weapon was carried forward into Modern Warfare 3 because they're on the same engine and it's a Modern Warfare game, so you know, they tied the two games together. So that's pretty neat. Customization is pretty much the same as Modern Warfare 2. You know, it's with the gunsmith. The gunsmith, again, no faults. I love the gunsmith customization. It's great. Optics actually don't have comms now when you equip them to a gun, which is appreciated. So, you know, it doesn't slow down the game even more. I'm glad that they brought back a firing range as well, but I wish they kind of updated it from Modern Warfare 2's, because Modern Warfare 2's firing range is so basic, and same goes for Modern Warfare 3's. I wish they would actually put more into the firing ranges, just like COD 4 Remastered's firing range and COD World War 2's firing range. I wish there was more to them. What else is there? Kill streaks and score streaks. Still about the same. I probably have the same opinion of them as like I had in Modern Warfare 2, because they're pretty much the same here in Modern Warfare 3, except for a couple of introductions. They actually added some kill streaks to Modern Warfare 3, like the drone swarm. That's one of the ones that comes to the top of my head, and the Juggernaut Recon is another one that came to the top of my head. I actually find the Juggernaut Recon a lot of fun, And there's another reason why I find it a lot of fun, and I'll get to that in a quick second. Anyways, what's next? The seasons. So the seasons, I think, were actually pretty good. There was also, in the latter half of Modern Warfare 3 seasons, they actually had collab characters in it as well, like Snoop Dogg. I've forgotten her name, but she's like a fighter from WWE. That was collabed as well. And then we had, in the latest season, Michael Myers as a operator, which is pretty neat. I don't think he says any voice lines because, I mean, if he said something, that would be a bit odd. So I kind of like the seasons this year compared to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2's felt, I guess, a bit more grounded compared to Modern Warfare 3's, where Modern Warfare 3 is a bit more bombastic, over the top, kind of Fortnite-y, cartoony type stuff. Nonetheless, I kind of, thought it was kind of nifty, the seasons this year. Anyways, camos. Camos are pretty neat. You know, you could put all the camos you earned onto guns from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, except for the Mastery camos. You cannot put the MW2 Mastery camos on Modern Warfare 3 guns, and you cannot put the Modern Warfare 3 Mastery camos onto Modern Warfare 2 guns. That was the only, like, camos you could not put onto either gun. But every other camo, fire away. Just put whatever you want onto your gun. Like, personalize it to any way you want. Next, aftermarket parts. This is actually a pretty cool addition to the game. So basically, aftermarket parts changes the way some guns work. So as an example, with the Lockwood Mark II marksman rifle, if you completed a the weekly challenge that was accustomed to the aftermarket part, you could basically turn the gun into the Model 1887 like dual wields from the original Modern Warfare 2, which is pretty neat. Or you could turn the Morse sniper rifle into the blunderbuss. You could turn the Storm Ender into, I argue, a fusion rifle from Destiny. So all pretty cool things that you could do with the aftermarket parts. And along with that, you got daily and weekly challenges, which gave me more incentive to come back to the game, especially on top with the aftermarket parts. So that gave me a reason to come back to the game when I was like, I don't know, this is kind of boring. But then I saw like, oh, this is something I could do. So that's a reason I can kill some time. So I appreciate that, and I think that was done relatively well. The store is, well, it's the store. There was a lot of like wacky stuff in the store, and there was a lot of collaborations that I kind of like bit the bullet into. In particular, the collaborations I bit the bullet into, and this is one thing I can appreciate Modern Warfare 3 on as well. But I bought the Warhammer bundles with the Astra Militarum, the Space Marines, and the Sisters of Battle, they're called. So I bought all those bundles because I've recently gotten into the Warhammer franchise. I played a lot of Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 was really good. I recommend you play that, by the way. And then this is one thing I didn't think I'd say, but I do appreciate about Modern Warfare 3. It made me check out Gundam because of the Gundam bundles. So they had the RX-78-2 from the original Gundam series, they had the Zaku from the original Gundam, and they had the XVX-16 Ariel from Gundam The Witch from Mercury. And because I bought those bundles, Modern Warfare 3, you made me check out Gundam The Witch from Mercury, and I appreciate you for it because that series fucking slaps. It is amazing, and I've also gotten into Gundam in general. I bought a few Gundam model kits, so, you know, you made me spend more money outside of Call of Duty, so well done there, I guess. I guess that was your plan. I also, just a quick tangent about Gundam The Witch from Mercury. If you have not watched that series, I recommend you go watch it. It is really, really good. Anyways, that leads me to my rating for Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. It's a 7 out of 10. It's solid. I think it's pretty good. I would put it up higher, but it also, the rating for it gets affected by zombies and campaign, which seems a bit odd. But I don't want it to seem like a bit like, I don't know how to explain it, uneven. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for me from Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. I enjoyed it in the latter half of the life cycle of Modern Warfare 3. Which brings me down to my overall rating of Modern Warfare 3. It's a 6.5 out of 10. It's a bit of an odd number again, of course. Of course, what holds it back is the campaign and the zombies mode. They're both just garbage. I just don't want to play those modes ever again. So, yeah, that's what holds it back. The only redeeming feature of Modern Warfare 3 was its multiplayer. Like, the support on it, insane. Like, really, really good support. And I hope that support continues into Black Ops 6. Anyways, those were my thoughts on the year of Modern Warfare 3. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like on it. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're informed when I upload a new video. Because coming very soon will be my playthrough of the Black Ops 6 campaign. Kind of wish there was a week early access, but, you know, Modern Warfare 3's campaign was such a big failure. They're like, yeah, no, we're too scared to give you early access to this. But, yeah, so stay tuned on my channel for the Black Ops 6 campaign playthrough. Until then, see you next video.